October 6th, Underdog took one too many energy pills. As a result of this, while trying to prevent a jewelry store heist, Underdog lost control, going hyper. He shattered all the windows and display cases, ruining a good portion of the jewelry. Immediately after this, Underdog darted from the scene, going on a long walk to work off all his energy, leaving the jewelry store out in the open. Even though he scared away the robbers, Underdog's absence from the original incident led to all of the undamaged jewelry being stolen since it was left out in the open. The people of town are upset, they want answers, and feel as though Underdog has not lived up to his duties and responsibilities.
Hi everyone, I want to thank you for joining me here today. Let's get right into it. About 12 hours ago, Underdog received a distress call. This distress call informed him that there were intruders at Marshall's Jewelers. After an exhausting work week of working a full-time job and 3 late nights defending the community, Underdog decided that before going on this mission, it would be beneficial for him to turn to his super energy pills. In doing this, he popped 2 energy pills and darted off to the jeweler's store right away. Unfortunately, Underdog underestimated the power of these pills as he took 2 of them. He's never done this before, as normally he only takes 1. Taking 2 of these caused his hyper outburst, as when he got to the jewelry store, glass started to shatter, jewelry started flying everywhere. He's very sorry about this. He made a huge mistake and a terrible lapse in judgment. Being a superhero doesn't come as easy to Underdog. He often battles fatigue. In battling fatigue, he turns to these pills to remedy that fatigue, trying to keep himself safe and to keep the entire community safe as a whole. To the jewelry store, to Richard and the Marshall family, Underdog wants to send his deepest apologies. He is sorry about this. He's going to do everything he possibly can to remedy the situation. He plans on rebuilding and repairing the jewelry store and searching for as much of the stolen jewelry as possible. Again, to the entire community, Underdog is sorry. He is committed to doing everything he can to make this up to you so you can see him in the positive light that you saw him before this. I will now take questions.
What does Underdog have to say about the people that say that he has a pill problem and he needs to seek rehab?
Like I said before, oftentimes Underdog is fatigued from long work weeks. He works 40-hour weeks, and then on top of that, he defends the city. Sometimes he needs to take these energy pills to give himself enough energy just to be able to defend the community. So I would say he tries his best to avoid taking these. Occasionally he has to take them, so there's in 100% no way does he have a pill problem. And like I said, these are only taken when he is absolutely tired to the point that he needs this extra energy boost.
Are there any other negative health factors of these pills that might hurt Underdog?
Not that we know of. As far as we know, and he's been using them for his entire tenure of defending the city, no, there's no other health side effects. It's just straight energy. They only enhance his performance, except in this case, if you take too many, they get him a little too crazy. So he understands that now, and he'll only be taking 1 from now on.
Are these medicated energy pills, like because he takes them all the time, or are these just under the counter?
These are actually a special pill that was designed specifically for Underdog, seeing as he is a superhero and he has these superpowers. I wouldn't advise anybody in the general public taking them, seeing as if they can do something like this to a superhero, they would probably do crazy things to a regular human being. So.
Is Underdog taking on too much? You say he works 40 hours and then takes care of the city. If he needs energy pills to keep going, do you think he's doing too much?
Well, Underdog loves serving the community, and the community really relies on his services, and anything he can do to help the community, he's going to do. So the fact that he doesn't get paid for this, he needs that full-time job, so this is basically what he views as he has to do, and he views the energy pills as a way of, it's either I take these energy pills, I lose a little bit of sleep and I help the city, or I don't help the city and bad things happen. So that's basically where he's at with that.
Could he turn to alternate energy sources such as the Hulk Frappuccino?
We haven't looked into any alternate energy sources. Like I said, these pills have worked in the past. He's going to stick to just taking one of these and go from there. So.
Is there, is he aware that there could be an overdose or an addiction from taking these pills for so long?
Well, like I said, he doesn't have an addiction to them. He hasn't developed an addiction yet. In terms of an overdose, we saw with 2 pills, that was kind of the side effects of an overdose. He just went a little too crazy, which causing him to ruin the jewelry store. So he 100% understands now that 1 pill is his absolute limit, and that's all he's going to take from now on. We have time for one more question.
Isn't this promoting drug abuse within young teens and children who see a superhero take a supplement that enhances his performance, so they think that they should take a supplement to enhance them?
That's a great question. Like I said, this is just 100% energy-based. You drink coffee when you wake up in the morning. Everyone drinks coffee. This is just Underdog's form of coffee and version of coffee. So there is in no way, shape, or form any enhancement to his physical performance. This is not like taking steroids. This is just like getting a little bit of extra caffeine in your body and powering through what you need to do. I believe that's all the time we have for today. I want to thank you for joining me. Underdog once again sends his deepest condolences and wants to remind the entire community that any day an underdog can rise up.